Evening, fellas. Hi. How you doing? Hi, Donnie. Hi, Jake. We're having the issue again where, like, it's bright enough outside that I don't need the lamp on, to the point where, like, it's bright enough outside that, like, I feel like it's too bright. But eventually, over the course of the stream, I'm going to get darker, and I will need to turn the lamp on. So, that's neat. I need darker curtains. These are just, like, stark white where everything shines through them. They really don't need to be there. All they do is, like, they don't block light. They vaguely obscure your vision. Like, that's it. I just can't see what's outside. But all the light outside, it's coming in. I need new curtains. They're also gross. I will come to your window and block the light. I just have a Jake-shaped shadow standing over my camera. I bought Coder 1 and 2, by the way. Epic! Good choice. I've been trying to convince Cade to buy them. He's considering buying every Star Wars game on Steam because they are all in a bundle right now. Well, they've always been in a bundle where you, like, save money if you buy them all together, but normally it's like $200. Right now it's $70 for every Star Wars game on Steam. So Cade is highly considering that. Okay, why is the game not visible? Not on your end, on my end. I mean, pasta and it was good, but now I'm full as fuck and I don't want to move. That sounds like heaven to me. Yeah, there's no, that's mildly bizarre. Can we get up for a second and, unplug and plug the capture card back in? Actually, I don't need to get up. I just need to get closer to the camera. Hello. Okay, I just unplugged and plugged it back in. What's the Kingston, New York poster? Is that a political thing? That is the Proto Man and Twerp poster. That's what that is. It the actual Austin posters were were part of the VIP package. So they were selling autographed posters from other concerts at the merch booth. That's what that is. There's no oh, there it is. Okay. No signal. But the feed is showing up. Like, there is now a screen that says no signal, where earlier it was just blank. Okay, I was assuming it was because it was set to the wrong input. That is not the issue. Usually I just count on the fact that the capture works. Tech setup is usually a bunch of other stuff. Remember when we used to go to 54th Street and you two would only buy pasta? You say that like it's a bad thing. That pasta was a hearty meal. That pasta was a hearty meal. You act like I would change my strategy these days. Okay, yeah, but like, don't say burgers are better or anything. There's a whole menu. Yes, and we get pasta because we know we like it. Yeah, that's not the only reason. I get different kinds of pasta. But, correction, do you remember when we used to go? Just period. Okay, I'm having a lot of feed issues. This is weird. I'm just gonna fiddle with my capture card over here on the side. Oh god. I want to have a pasta discussion, but I'm too distracted to have a legit pasta discussion. Feet issues! That is not what I said! With a D. Feed. Just change it to just chatting and talk about Animal Crossing while you play it. This didn't affect anything. Marginally bizarre. Oh, that was a wrong click. Don't you like watching me troubleshoot? Isn't that, like, fun for you? This is enjoyable. This is content. Okay, this is new. Normally, there's a wide host of capture issues I've encountered, and usually they're fixed by simply deactivating and reactivating them. A lot of times it's just the device not being recognized for various reasons. Oh, it's there. Okay, I got it. Guess how I fixed it? Deactivating and reactivating it. Okay, cool. This is... See, this wasn't a thing I was thinking whenever I first, like, instituted the whole, okay, at the start of the stream, it's just my face, no game. There was really not much thinking behind that other than, well, I need to get some use out of this scene, and, like, it gives me time to get the game set up. I hadn't thought about the also convenient thing that when I have to troubleshoot, you don't have to, like, watch a no signal screen for multiple minutes. So people won't be immediately turned off when they click on the thing. This'll be what turns them off instead. Also, no one saw it, but I plan on doing the community stream idea on Wednesdays at 5, so on those days I'll log on to Discord and hop on a voice channel for anybody to join in while I stream. That sounds epic. I probably won't this week solely because, like, we're leading up to finals and will I be busy? I probably will. But that'll probably be a thing that I hop on regularly after the semester's over. Anyway, we're gonna play a video game. That's what you're here for. It's been 11 minutes. Well. Okay, so updates. I learned the dozing reaction, and I caught a great purple emperor butterfly. You care about this, right? I caught some other bug that I forgot to screenshot. I don't remember what it was, obviously, but you also don't care. This is really just like my own tradition thing. Even though I'm streaming this, you could probably tell I treat it a lot like it's a let's play. Like the whole, oh, I'm specifically streaming this when there is new content to be shared. And so I gotta update you on all the things that happened in between. I also forgot I hadn't actually booted the game up, so you gotta wait an extra 4 seconds. Hi, Molly. So I did play a bit today. Did anything happen today? I don't think so. I just checked turnip prices and they were bad. And I got money. And I saw that Red was here. That's about it. Today there's really not actually much of anything going on. Here's the thing about Nature Day. There's not a lot going on with it. Nature Day, the way it was celebrated was, my camera's a little low, do you think? Anyway, Nature Day is celebrated specifically with these limited time Nature Day activities that earn you extra Nook miles. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no events associated with it or anything. I figured maybe on the last day that something would happen, but no, there's nothing. I guess I've just been conditioned to think that because the very first holiday was Bunny Day and it was very, very intrusive. And this one, they just went the exact opposite direction. You can barely tell it's there. But what did I have? So, my plan from here on out is stream on the first and last day of every holiday season, but, streaming on the last day of Nature Day really amounts to nothing. There's nothing going on. This is a normal, like, just casual Animal Crossing stream, which, like, is fine. I'm not complaining about that, but that's just how it be. Hi, Biscuit, sleeping with a lollipop. Oh man, so yummy. Come here. Oh, it skipped it. He said I want to fit you in my tummy. I saw that. I love naps right after breakfast, or snack time, or lunch, or snack time, or dinner, or snack time. This is my favorite boy. The best of the boys. Hey, yeah, what's new, dog? That outfit looks real good on you, Cam. Real good. Oh, I got something I bet you'd like a bunch. Check it out, a football helmet. Same color as your mage's robe. That is not an association I think anyone else would ever make. But he did. And you know what? I appreciate it. Okay. Thank you, Biscuit. All right. Good boy. Good boy. What did I have? He was the one who gave me the comedian's pants with my comedian suit. That's right. I was wearing a purple comedian suit and he gave me red comedian pants. And from then on out, I just assumed his outfit choices would be smart. No, this football helmet really matches your mage's robe. That is a pristine Biscuit move there. Cam Soldier is a goth titty streamer with an alt scene account that they haven't logged onto in months. That's me! Episode 40 of Cam can't figure out what in the world his video game fashion sense is. Which is fine, I can't figure out my real world fashion sense either. So, for today, I'm thinking I might go on a Nook Miles tour. Go for a mystery island, because I haven't done that in several days. And you know what? Like, we're in the midst of a new month, so there's probably new creatures that I haven't yet caught. So that'll be potentially helpful. And there's probably more fossils for me to get. I'm gonna probably do a lot more mystery island tours, just because I am nearing the completion of my fossil collection. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I only have like 5 fossils left to get, which means that the vast majority of the fossils I pick up are not new things. So I definitely have mentioned that now that I think about it. Oh God. Gimme, okay. My oven lied to me. It has a light when the stovetop is hot. Well, the light wasn't on, so, oops. Did you, like, touch the stovetop? No, you can't just wear whatever's in your closet without thinking about it. You have to spend 3 hours picking your outfit. Haha, t-shirt machine, go burr. Thank you. Oh, this is the first time you've seen me since I bought turnips. I bought a little more than I made space in my dirt patch for, so this is even uglier than it usually is. This actually exceeds the space that even if I extended the patch out, I cannot pave on this little spot because it's a corner. It lied to me, implying it was very hot. Oh, wait, it has a light when the stovetop is hot. The light wasn't on. Wait, that tells me the opposite. At least you didn't burn yourself. Yes, absolutely. That lie is a little more bearable than the other. Gee willikers. I really am not catching much in the way of new things. I'm just getting, hey, Loach again for the 40th time. That was very violent. I don't know why I was so violent with that. You can tell I'm kind of just like roaming around. I have no plans for this stream. Like, the most was, well, I might go on a mystery tour. I don't know. I do have one specific plan, actually. And I mentioned this in the tweet. Red is here, but I held off on buying art from him because I wanted to do that on stream because I haven't had Red on stream before. So, we're gonna go buy probably fake art a little later in the stream. That'll be fun. I did briefly take a look at what was there. I know one that I'm not buying because I just have a hunch that it's... What's next? Oh? Yo, personal question. I know some folks call you Rambler. Can I do that too? You're just gonna steal Mira's nickname? I mean, sure, but like, she'd come up with something different eventually. All right, Rambler. I'll be sure to call you Rambler. Oh, that's flattering. Thank you. Thanks, fellas. He said, hey, he was like, what's next? So I was thinking he was like maybe thinking of moving. Okay. Do I have anything? Oh, there's some. There's a something. No, I did burn myself. I'm being confusing. Usually when the stovetop's on, there's a bright warning light. This time there wasn't, so I just slapped a paper towel on that bitch and it fucking burned. Okay, that's how I initially interpreted it. Ah! I'm sorry. Okay, what was in this? Bamboo doll. I'm pretty sure I have that. I'm pretty sure that's the third time I've gotten that recipe. Also, last stream was what, Saturday? Last stream, I was in the process of funding this and I still haven't funded it. I went completely broke buying turnips yesterday. Really banking on that going my way. Why am I running up here? You know what, let's go ahead and go to Reds. Maybe. Yes. I have more than enough to buy art. So, if you haven't seen this mechanic, this is a pretty neat thing. I kind of outfitted the beach here to look a little shady. Don't you like this cursed fish drying rack here? It was initially a little more cursed. I had a manhole cover right there plopped on the sand. You ever you know the sewer system just going right through the sand? It didn't look good. Anyway, welcome to Jolly Red's treasure trawler. I don't know if he's gonna say anything because I've already been in the shop today, but welcome, cousin. Hey, buddy, how you doing? All right, this delicate's got to be handled with care, which is why my prices always include the cost of shipping. What's with the look? You didn't think shipping was free, did you? Golly gee. Okay, so the things on this side I think will always be pieces of furniture, not art. Throwback skull radio. Oh, that is a radio. Yeah, I don't want that. No. This one though, over here, I assume this is a work of art. Oh, the art is sometimes fake because piracy, literal art piracy. Yes. I won't lie, an awful lot of folks have been asking me about buying that mystic statue there. Give me a closer look. So basically, yeah, you just like intensely study it to see if it's fake or not. Okay, she is missing an eye, which could be deliberate. I don't have any clue if that's part of the work of art, but I'm inclined to think that that and a missing earring are probably the fakes. This is probably not real. I'm not sure. I think the earring is not supposed to be there. What's the art called? Also, hello. Hi, Erica. You think, wait, I think the earring is not supposed to be there. Oh, do you mean like the ring that is there is the fake thing? That hat is very asymmetrical. There's a lot of like, there's so much asymmetry here that that it's probably deliberate. This could be the real one. Like, she's missing a pupil. She's missing the other earring. The hat is that, but I'm not sure. What's the art called? It doesn't specifically tell you the name of the thing until after you've donated it. It's an old ass statue, my dude. It's gonna be fucked up. That's fair. That's fair. That's probably just like indicative of what the actual thing looks like. I don't know. Which in that case, if it's just like fucked up because old, then this is probably fake because I doubt all the fuck ups would be on one specific side. Hold up, I'm trying to find it. No, don't tell me if it's real or not. Do not tell me if it's real or not. I mean, look it up if you want, but, and then this one, I did briefly look at, and I'm inclined to also think it's fake because, hold on. I want a closer look. I'm also inclined to think it's fake just because his finger is lifted here. Like, that looks like that's probably not the case. It's curious, it's called... So why is fake art bad? You can still buy it and put it on display in your home, you just can't donate it to Blathers. So there's an art section in the museum now, and you have to get the real thing to donate it. Oh, is that the Terracotta Army? I think it might be. Yeah, that finger's throwing me off. But granted, because I know it's possible that the art will be fake, I will always find something to make me think, oh, that's probably not the case on the other one. There will always be something, but this one I'm pretty convinced that's not the real thing. You can only buy one piece of art a day, by the way, so... She's supposed to be missing an eye, by the way. Okay. You didn't say anything about the other details. Okay, let me look at this. He does this joke every so often where every time you walk in, he's like, you get my cousin's discount on these things. And sometimes he'll add an additional discount, the VL discount, and it's the same price every time. It's always the same. They are all 4,980. It is terracotta, but all those terracotta soldiers were uniquely made for each individual soldier. That's true. That's true. Okay, this one... I don't know if I'd be able to tell what is and isn't fucked on here. Nothing is like jumping out at me. He could be a great car salesman. Okay, here's the thing, look at the steamship. It's like, what even is that? That's true. That's true. Two ships have been... I think this was the first painting I bought from Red, this one. Two ships have been wolfied into one? Liquefied. That makes more sense. That's true. That does look a little off, but also one of them's gotta be real, theoretically. I actually don't know if it's guaranteed that at least one will be real. All that detail could be yours. I assume it's called yeah, I assume it's also called detailed painting. Glowing painting, that's what it's called. And then this one is a portrait. Wistful painting. Believe it or not, that's actually my... I'll waive shipping too. By the bust, it looks badass. Are her eyes supposed to be closed? It is fully possible that they're supposed to be closed. That's probably the point, but... Her eyes are supposed to be open? I know this one too. Yeah, no, they're open. Okay, good, good. So, every single one of them I think is fake, so I'm gonna go for the bust. Yeah, I'm going for the bust. That's the one that, like, I'm least, like, that detail has to mean it's fake. Her eyes are not supposed to be closed and her earring is a pearl. Okay, cool. Bro, wait, no. Don't tell me what's real and what's fake. If I'm about to make a mistake, let me. Yeah, my grandma has this bullshit. Grandpa has this bullshit in his hallway. Terracotta soldier's the least suspicious to me. That's fair. Erica screamed no. Rachel incoming, by the way, lol. Okay. You've been alerted. I'm gonna go for the terracotta, because yeah, I was thinking the finger, like, the finger was yelling at me that it's fake, but you're right that it is unique for every individual soldier, so I'm gonna go for it. And like buying a fake piece of art, being told it's fake, that just means that she's coming as fast as she can. I think she really wants to see Red's art. Oh! Hey Google, lamp brightness 10%. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, that's right, it's not shipped to you until the next day. I forgot about that. So you don't even get to know immediately, like, if it's fake or not. Oh, my graphics card is yelling a lot louder than it was yesterday, Saturday. Okay. I want to get a closer look at them. Store policies, 1 per purchase. Yeah, let me take a look. That ear is also, like, really fucked up. You know what would be smart, actually, is to screenshot these so I can look back at them later whenever they return. Hi, Rachel! I bought the thing. I don't know if it's real or not. I'm not using guides on these. What is the rare item? Wait, what? What? Oh, over here. I haven't bought any of these and I really haven't been planning on it. Anyway, I bought the terracotta right here. So he'll ship that to me tomorrow. I got that statue, it's fake. The one with the ear thing. Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the terracotta. Ah. Yeah, I figured most of these had something to scream at me that it's fake. But yeah, terracotta ended up being like the least suspicious one because Donnie pointed out that all the terracotta soldiers are like unique to each soldier. Like they all have their own little differences. I was thinking, oh, this is fake because his finger is up, which is still possible. I will find out tomorrow, but you know. Is it possible for every single one of them to be fake? Pleasure doing business. If you walk out without buying anything, he'll just like give you a disgruntled thanks. It's marginally funny. Both of the pieces of art I've gotten so far have been fake. The first one I got was real. Well, first one I bought from here is real. The first one he sells you where he's just like vibing on the island before he shows up with his ship. I'm pretty sure that's guaranteed to be real. Or at least I've read that. But yeah, so that's that. That's the only plan I had for today, and we're 30 minutes in. I don't know what else to do because there's no special Nature Day thing happening right now. In fact, the objective for today I've gotten before. I've already planted trees on the beach before to get the extra miles. I don't know. Is that the finger or the hilt of his sword? Oh, it was his finger, I'm pretty sure. He going. I don't think that could be the hilt. Gonna head off at 8, gonna record my Firewatch script. Okay, cool. Let me know how that goes. Definitely his finger. Yeah, it wasn't the hilt. Have you recorded the footage yet for your Firewatch script, Jake? So yeah, I went and collected all the money things for today. So I've already, oh. Huh? Hey buddy, you see him. Please don't stop just vibing in the garden. I can't tell if he's like at the ready or not. Is he still there? Okay, there he is. Hopefully he'll sit still now because I'm inching toward him. Oh, game is frozen. Which is great because I was catching a scorpion. That's what was happening. I just caught a scorpion. Yeah, okay, yeah, yes, game's frozen. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Mission failed, we'll get him next time. God damn it. Okay, what are the capture problems that are happening today? Because earlier it was giving me no signal. This is fine. Okay, it's gone now. Now the preview it's giving me is just a black screen. This is fine. Computer sounds like me wheezing. Oh, good, you can hear the computer. God damn it. Okay. Hey, work, please. God, show me the game. Show me the game. I finished the game today and condensed my footage in Premiere. I forgot how good a game it was. You should stream play it or just play it again. I might do that. I haven't been doing a lot of, well, I was gonna say, I haven't been doing a lot of replays lately. I played through the first 3 Mega Man games, but those take an evening to play. I think I'm actually gonna hop off now. I'm fucking tired. Okay. Good night. Why do you read things so fast, Cam? Because I want to get back to speaking. There's a lot of people in chat. A new message could show up anytime. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh. I've been trying to keep replays to a minimum just because, like, I'm playing KOTOR, I'm playing The Outer Worlds, I'm playing this. Revisiting games just takes time away from the ones that I intend to play, but haven't. Not that I'm opposed to streaming Firewatch. I caught a scorpion the second my computer crashed. No, I went to the home menu to try and deal with video problems, and then the computer crashed. So is anyone here? Like, if you're a lurker, you don't have to scream. Don't feel called out. But, if you were someone who was here before the stream crashed, do tell. Hi, Rachel. Welcome back. So, you might notice that my computer's not wheezing in the background. I still haven't caught a scorpion yet. This is my second one. It was a sting operation. What was I gonna say? Have you just not had the luck to, like, for any of them to spawn yet? Because the strategy is exactly the same as tarantulas. Anyway, you might notice that my computer's not wheezing anymore. And that's because I moved the encoding back to software encoding instead of hardware encoding. So beforehand, my the stream was being encoded by my CPU, not by my graphics card, and I realized, wait, I can switch that over to my graphics card and that'll take a lot of the load off and I'll be able to, like, run games better while streaming and things like that. And that came at the cost of, well, my computer was screaming in the background because my graphics card is, it's never had, like, any actual issues, but it's always been really loud. I don't understand it, and it's always freaked me out a little, but I never did anything with it. I've tried to fix it, and I don't know what it is. It's just like the fan is hitting something constantly, which wasn't impairing function. Anyway, the computer crashes while I'm using my graphics card to do the encoding. My computer crashes, I get everything set up again, and suddenly I no longer have the option in my streaming software to use my graphics card for encoding. I tried to go live and it told me I couldn't because it was unable to encode it. So I had to switch it back to my CPU, but my graphics card isn't even an option anymore, which is really frightening. My split-second reaction was like, oh god, my graphics card's broken, it doesn't work anymore. But that doesn't make sense because then I wouldn't have a screen because my monitor is connected to my graphics card. So I need to like try playing a game with it, see if that works. Maybe a driver broke and that's why it's not showing up in the streaming software. It's just very bizarre and scary and anyway, we're back to business as usual. Not that the experience was different on your end by any means whenever it was on the graphics card rather than the CPU. That was a me thing. But now we're back to the CPU again instead of the GPU. That's enough technobabble. How are you people doing? Rachel's back. No one else is back as far as I can tell, which is fair because the only ones who were here were... It was Rachel, Erica, Donnie, Jake, and Donnie and Jake both just before the crash said they were gonna leave. The true fan. The only one. I think I'm gonna go ahead and sell everything that I currently have and then head to a Nook Miles tour. Go to a Mystery Island. And that honestly might be the end of the stream there after I do that because I had been streaming for 30 minutes. It was longer than it felt like. Nope, that's wrong. Wait, I caught a catfish? Have I donated that? I know I got that a couple days ago. I assume I donated it, but I'm gonna just check real quick. I did, okay. What did I just get? A retro gas pump. Beautiful. I have no idea where to put this, but I will think of something eventually. There's a lot of stuff that, I hadn't gone through the big crash and everything, I was actually gonna work a bit on trying to put some decorations into empty areas like this over here. Because there's a lot of just like empty bits of, pretty sure Buggerfish shows up in the Critterpedia even if you haven't donated it. That's true, but, like if you caught it but haven't donated it yet. But it has the Blathers stamp next to it, that's how I could tell. If you click it, it tells you if you've donated it or not. But that's what the Blathers icon means next to the name. So you can just see it at a glance, thankfully. Oh, I didn't even notice that. I didn't think about it until this morning, actually. I went through my whole Critterpedia to make sure everything I've gotten before I've donated before, right? And I didn't have any holes, thankfully. Forgive me if my mouth turns red over the course of the stream. I am drinking fruit punch. Oh no. There's one fish or bug that I accidentally sold before donating and I was devastated. I did that with the tadpole. But thankfully the tadpole is not super rare. I don't know if it's limited by season or not. That's a Packy skull. We need an update where Blathers will be able to buy things for his personal collection. Then he'll pay more for them. At the cost of their... Now you'd have no reason to sell it to Nooks Granny. I haven't caught another one of those things again. Oh god. How long ago was that? I really hope it wasn't like a... one that no longer spawns now that the months have changed again. Okay, that's everything. It's a Rancho Goldfish. Oh. I don't know when that... Did that swap over? I'm actually curious. Let me look at the Critterpedia and see if that still spawns. Oh, there it is. Oh, active year-round. Thank God. Year-round from, what is that? 9 to 4, 11, 10, 9, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9 to 4. Cool. Just kind of rare, I guess. I never check the hot items. I always forget. I got a pretty good amount there. Actually, I think I might have enough now, like, on me to finish up funding this. Yes, I do. I'm gonna go ahead and do that then. Thank God. This construction site has been sitting here for 3 days now. Trying to watch the stream, but my internet. Before I moved to this house, I tried to stream multiple times, and it did not go well. You can at least take solace in the fact that the crash was not on your end. My computer just died. Graphics card could not handle the encoding, I guess. I don't know. Which is weird, because that was exactly the method that I was using last stream. It's fine. Do I have an Miles ticket? I think I do. Yes. We're just gonna go have some fun. That's what we're gonna do. I don't have much of a goal here. We're just gonna catch stuff. And then we're probably gonna call it. I don't know. We'll see how I'm feeling. That crash kind of demoralized me. Like, both Jake and Donnie back to back were like, yeah, I'm gonna leave. And then, like, a second after they said that, the computer just decides, well, if they're not here, no one is. Since I didn't have any plans for today, I was actually... Jake asks if I'm live yet. You can check. Okay, what was I saying? I was actually considering, since I didn't have any, like, plans for today's stream, we're just kind of vibing. I was gonna ask, Rachel and Erica if you pals wanted to play, but I figured, no finals are happening. I'm going to not play video games with friends until finals are done, and that would probably interrupt them a smidge. I will never get used to the fact that, like, my entire, like, screen turns blue whenever that does. So what happened? Okay. I think it was related to the graphics card. Or a driver, or a driver between, like, Streamlabs and the graphics card. Because the thing just crashes. I search the error code and it says it's a Windows driver. The computer crashes, so we get a blue screen, and then I open up Streamlabs, start getting things set up again, and I no longer have the option within Streamlabs to encode using my graphics card. I have to do it through software with my CPU, which is mildly frightening. But I looked at the error code. I didn't. It doesn't seem like it'd be a hardware issue. It said it was a driver issue within Windows. So maybe there was just a communication error, especially considering that the capture card also, like, the capture card freaking out was the first problem. Like, it crashed while I was trying to get the gameplay footage to show up again. So I think there was just, like, one driver being used by 3 different things, and it might have overloaded that somehow. I'm not really sure. But I do know I no longer have the option in Streamlabs to encode using my graphics card, which is mildly worrying. But like my display still works, so it's not like it just died. So I'm gonna do some investigating after the stream. I'm at least gonna try playing a game and make sure that the graphics card still like functions at optimal capacity. I mean, eventually the graphics card will die. It has been shrieking for death since the day I got it. Should probably just update all your GPU drivers. That's probably it. Which is fair because I've mostly just been clicking off the, like, I've been, well, no, that hasn't happened in a while. For a while, like, I would get updates, or it would scream at me to update drivers every time I turned on the computer, and I said no, just because I didn't want to at the time. I was busy, but I haven't gotten that in a while. But they're probably out of date. Anyway, now we're just like vibing on the Mystery Island, just catching things. Gonna be pretty chill from here on out. Feeling honestly a little demoralized, but it's fine. It's probably just gonna be a couple minutes of vibing here and then gonna call it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. WHS announced graduation at the field on May 22nd. Parents only, social distancing, masks, etc. Oh, that's gonna be so morbid. Like, I guess at least there's something, but that's gonna just feel so sad. Like, at that point, I feel like I would just rather not have a graduation or postpone it till way later. This whole thing is me. Appreciate what we had so much more. I'd rather just have a really delayed graduation and have it be normal. Yeah. Roblox graduation. What school was it that said they were gonna do that? Oh, okay, okay, he didn't go too far. Cool. So yeah, if you just want to chat about like completely unrelated things, go right ahead, because I don't know that Animal Crossing is going to be much of a stimulus. Like, we always complain about Wilkes' scheduling and other crap, but you never really appreciate those kinds of things until they're gone, you know? Yeah, everything in society is made up. That didn't mean anything. There was no meaning behind that sentence. We haven't mentioned Star Wars yet. I put Star Wars in the subject line. We haven't talked about Star Wars yet. It's May the 4th. We gotta talk about Star Wars. I was actually kind of like mildly teensily. There's your word of the day. Teensily salty that I wasn't streaming KOTOR today. Not that that's totally a self-inflicted problem, but not streaming Knights of the Old Republic today. Like, I am currently in the process of playing through a Star Wars game, and on May the 4th, I'm playing the not Star Wars game. But that's because, like, it's the last day of Nature Day. My whole promise was I would play the first and last day of every holiday. So, that means no Star Wars. Oh, that was a bad move. Dead air moment. Okay, that's 2 freshwater gobies. Are those more common than I thought? They seem to be. Wait, did I pick up... Have I been picking up tree branches? I'm not going to pick up tree branches here. I have more than enough on my island. Not gonna bother with the weeds either. Really just gonna catch bugs and fish, I think. Not much else I can grab from this. Like, it's even a hyacinth island. Like, there's no... Not even a unique, like, flower I don't have. Oh, got a black bass. I'm glad. Everything's fine. I felt like I had something related to quarantine. I still feel really weird, like, talking about quarantine and how it's affected people, just because, like, everyone's complaining about how terrible it is, and I can relate to a lot of it, but there's also a lot of it that I absolutely cannot relate to, and it's just because of, like, I'm with my family and I like my family, so there's no, like, loneliness or misery on that front. And also, coming back home actually came at a time where I was really sick of living in the dorm. Like, I was actually, like, kind of falling into, like, some sort of, like, I don't know how I'd define it, but some sort of monotonous depression where I just didn't feel, like, happy at all, like, during the semester, in the weeks leading up to the quarantine. So being told you don't have to go back, you're going home, that actually came as, like, a good thing to me. But I haven't really, like, spoken about that at all, just because, like, it feels really shitty to be like, oh, you're suffering? I'm not. Which, like, again, I am suffering in lots of the same ways that people are suffering under quarantine, but that's just, like, I mean, I'm privileged and I feel really bad, like, talking about that. But there was dead air, and, like, it was on my mind just because you mentioned the graduation thing, so I figured, this is my stream, I can talk about me. Big mood on not relating to things. Yeah. Like, that's completely, like, you and I both went, like, right back to our families. Jake's alone in an apartment. Like, there's two completely different levels there, so I completely understand, like, being dead in the middle of all this. And, like, I have a bunch of friends who are real mad to be stuck with their families right now, which I also understand. Just can't really, like, directly relate. Some school districts are doing their graduation at Daytona International Speedway because of COVID. They're driving down the track and getting their diplomas as they cross the start-finish line. So their graduation got enhanced. That's amazing. I know how you feel. There's nothing wrong with that, though I know the survivorship guilt can be real. Yeah, that's the main thing. Just because, like, and like, on top of that, my social battery is already, like, so tiny. Like, this is basically what I'd be doing anyway. Like, the extent of my social interaction would probably be, like, every week and a half I would meet up with pals. To the point where, like, my social battery's small and depletes so quickly to the point where, like, even weekly things, I'm like, I just can't. After a good bit, I just feel like I just can't. And, like, obviously I miss my friends, and I do experience the whole, yeah, I should have appreciated the friend time more and not been exhausted with it before COVID. But also, like, I don't have much social energy at all. Life has completely changed. I love apartment living, but half of the fun about living alone is being super social at home. That's also fair. Like, you're sitting on this, like, opportunity to have a bunch of people over and you just can't. I decided to do a gap year, a pandemic happens, and I'm just home with my parents, who I was already home with every day, and instead of not being able to work like others, I'm working from home, and I'm not missing out on any part of my education because of the gap I took. I didn't realize I didn't actually put together that you were doing a gap year. You haven't talked about college things at all, and I just assumed, like, you said something about ACC, like, before everything happened, but, like, we haven't actually talked college things. So I'm not surprised. I just never put that together. That makes sense. So yeah, like, your circumstances really haven't changed all that much, and my circumstances, in multiple ways, changed for the better, and I feel awful about that. I don't like, okay, I don't know if I've talked a ton about this on stream, but, next semester, I'm dorming alone. I decided to, like, I was already in one of the nicer dorms, and the price difference between a nice dorm and a slightly less nice dorm, but living on my own without a roommate, was so negligible that I just figured I'd go for it, because I realized during, part of my, like, whole sad, depressive, not happy thing was the fact that I really couldn't get time alone on my own terms. just because I lived with a roommate. Not because, like, my roommate was bad. Like, I'm not gonna start shit-talking Donnie as a roommate. He was a wonderful roommate. It's just the idea of, like me with a roommate in the first place. Like, living in the same... Like, I could rent out a house with someone else. Like, if me and Donnie were in a... Like, I could live with Donnie and Max in the house that they're renting right now. But I gradually realized living in the same room as another human being, I just can't do it. I cannot. Because, like, then your only, like, real alone time is on their terms when they're out, like, at class and you happen to not be in class. Or, like, going to the library or going to somewhere else on campus. There's no such thing as being alone in your own home. And that was just miserable to me. So I realized I can't do it. And there was a while where, like, I was super depressed, and it took a while for me to realize that was the reason. But, like, once I realized it, and once I, like, reserved my room for next year, like, there was such a weight off my shoulder that I realized this is absolutely the reason behind it. And I felt like there was a while there where I was, like, thinking about potentially, like, rooming alone the next year, and I didn't want to, like, say anything to Donnie because I felt like he would take it as, like, personally on his part, as opposed to me just not wanting to deal with the roommate at all. And he specifically, like, said, yeah, there's part of that. That is kind of how I'm feeling, but I know you don't mean that. But I felt a lot better about it once, Thomas was accepted, and they have reserved a dorm together next semester. So part of it was I didn't want to throw Donnie out to the wolves to, like, a random roommate, because, like, we were both just rooming with one of our best pals, and me rooming alone next semester had the potential to just throw him out to, like, oh yeah, you have to figure out your roommate situation now, sorry. So Thomas rooming with him was honestly a big weight off my shoulder, oddly. I totally get it. You're essentially living a normal summer right now with absences from trivia and whatnot. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm just vibing. I totally get that, though I can't relate. I really miss having people over. What's tough for me is I made friends with lots of seniors over the semester, and I can't really meet them now. That's another thing. That's one of the big things that is affecting me, is that, like, everyone's home now, and I can't see the people that I wasn't already seeing regularly. Like, we lived an hour away, but I still saw, like, I saw Jake regularly. I saw Thomas pretty regularly. The only people I really saw regularly at all were Donnie, Thomas, and Jake, but, like, that was enough for me, I felt. But now I'm home, and everyone's back home, and I can't see the people who I wasn't already able to see. Like, I can't see Sam, and that sucks. Totally see how that impacts your happiness. I know you visited Trinity and noticed how social the environment is. I usually love that, but sometimes I just really wanted my own room. Haha. That's the thing, is, like, it's not necessarily that, like, ooh, I'm an introvert, I hate social interaction. Obviously not. I have a very limited social battery, but, like, I would love that sort of social environment. It just has to be on my own terms, and I have to be able to control when I want that social interaction. Because it's like 50-50 whether I want to speak to people or not. Yeah, I loved our UT vibing sessions. Exactly, our UT vibing sessions were. That was a weird response to that. The thing that's weighing down on me right now with the whole pandemic is how my cousin just had a baby today, and if the pandemic hadn't happened, we would have been racing to Dallas later this week to go see the baby, but now we don't really know when it'll be fine to see her. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, having, like, big life developments during this time that are unrelated to the pandemic, but are, like, being overshadowed by it, like, that absolutely sucks, I'm sure. Like, one of the things that really pisses me off is the fact that the governor used this as an excuse to ban abortions. Imagine if you need an abortion during this period, and a couple months down the line, you're about to be stuck with a child that you weren't ready to raise because during this pandemic period, you weren't able to get an abortion. Isn't that wonderful? Imagine being in that situation. Also, all the movies being delayed is but hi Flip, what do you want? Lately folks have been calling you Rambler, right? Everyone! Chops earlier in the stream, very beginning, asked, can I call you Rambler? You know what? Let's just get the whole town doing it. I'm complaining, but I just said yes. I am resigning myself to this. I have so many self-inflicted problems. All the movies being delayed has been hard too, and Broadway shut down, which postponed, canceled the Tonys. Like, those aren't big troubles on a grand scale, but still really tough when that's one of my main hobbies and things I do keep up with every week. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Think the courts reverse that, the abortion thing? God, I hope. That'd be phenomenal. Now I'm curious. Texas abortion case. That showed up. Is that like a... No, that's a 2016 case. SCOTUS won't face abortion case after lower court eases Texas pandemic ban. Eases it. Okay, what is it now? So there were abortion rights groups like trying to take this case to the Supreme Court to lift the emergency ban, but a lower court allowed some abortions to resume in the state. Okay, what qualifications? A federal judge in recent weeks did rule against the ban and narrowed it down, but then both of those cases were swiftly overturned by the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. Okay, so medication abortion was also banned, like taking pills was banned, which is ridiculous because that like doesn't need hospitalization. So those are allowed now, but surgical abortions remain banned. Okay. Except for those who would be unable to get an abortion under this ban. So that's a thing. That's good, at least. So like, theoretically, like materially it's still going to happen, but theoretically there is at least the opening that like if you need an abortion during this period, you won't be stuck with a child that you can't raise way later because there is that time period thing. That's so awful still though that like it remains banned because like it's not as if Texas is doing a lot of treatment and our hospital beds are overrun. I'm pretty sure they are not in Texas. Hi, Chops. You are not thinking about a thing. You are just vibing. Yeah, I really wish my full transition into adulthood wasn't during this pandemic. Yeah. All I can do is feel lucky and have sympathy for everyone else. When did I pick up that many weeds? Oh, I should have dropped the bass and grabbed other things. Anyway, I got a bunch of giant water bugs, and I'm pretty sure those are 2,000 each, so that's not a terrible haul. Oh, also, I completely forgot, but the other thing Corona paused for me was moving into Austin. Oh, really? Legit, my parents and I were supposed to move mid-April, but then Corona happened, and my dad... 41,000. Sorry. My dad stopped working because he does, like, handyman construction type stuff, so we couldn't complete saving as much as we wanted to save for mid-April, so now we're probably not going to move till mid to late June, and that's if my dad starts working again soon. Ugh. That's annoying. At least that is something that can come later, I suppose. I say all I can do is feel lucky and privileged. That's on the social side of things. That's on like my personal development kind of things. Economically, we're on a time limit. We're fine right now, but we're on a time limit because neither of my parents are making money right now. Technically, I'm the only one in the family making money right now, and that's $150 per 2 weeks. I should have just said $300 a month. That's just like work-study remnants from the job I had on campus. They're currently in the middle of working on opening up a bar, and they're making a bar in Wimberley, and they're making a lot of progress on it. So that the bureaucratic aspect is going pretty well, but we're basically on a time limit where the quarantine has to end soon enough that they can open that bar and start making money again. Pay my electric bill. I'm demanding you give me your money. I will not. Part of that money is going toward video games. Part of that money is not going toward anything. I just want it to build up. Since I don't. Part of it is that I'm really glad that I'm with my family right now, so I don't have to like buy food for myself, because that's a lot of what the money ended up going to during what's this? Okay. Ended up going to during the semester, obviously, was buying food. Now I don't have any expenses, so I don't have to actually do anything with that money. I'm just gonna let it build up for as long as possible while I don't have any expenses, just in case. Yeah, living alone's a fucking adventure. Calling me out. What did I say? What did I say? I don't know what specific thing I said that you referred to. I'm gonna grab things. Oh, we've dropped a couple frames. It hasn't been terrible on your end, right? Only at 151. But having to buy your own food. Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Like, I have to plan my meals now. Yeah. All I can do is feel fortunate that I don't have to right now. But yeah, that is definitely a big shift. Theoretically, we can move later. But ACC registration starts mid-June, and the campus I want to go to will be cheaper if I have an Austin address, so I basically need to have the address before I can register. That's annoying. But I guess just having an intent to move thing would not make much sense within the system. Yeah, that is obnoxious. You just mentioning, like, deadline made me remember, oh, wait, in 2 days, I have to register for next semester. I have no idea what classes I want to take next semester. Cam, I think you'll love living alone. Oh, I'm sure I will. I absolutely will. I fantasize about it every day. Honestly, everything I'm doing here is stuff you'd really appreciate. Movies loud on the TV anytime, no interruptions while streaming, only pay for what you need, ability to completely isolate. Yeah, full control over, like, when you have social time. Technically, I can register in July or August, but then all the classes I want to take will be full. But other than that, I'm dandy and playing Animal Crossing. I feel that. That's something I can relate to. And honestly, once the semester's over, I'm going to be thriving, because now I have like all the time in the world to work on my dumb video essays that I want to work on. Because I've been like slowly working on notes for the next one, and I have the next script almost complete. I just haven't like been able to get back into the zone of being able to finish it. Yeah, what's the plan for this summer, Cam? Or particularly? Rachel, you should join my streams when I stream. What's the plan for this summer? Like, just what am I doing with it? I don't know. I'm gonna try and make more and more things. Just things. I'm not gonna specifically like say the things that I plan to like make videos about, just in case those don't happen. YouTube stuff, yeah, that's gonna be a lot of it. My hope was that like I was actually my hope was that I could still use the UT library as like a recording studio, and like I'll do all the writing and filming stuff here, and then like for the voiceover bits head into Austin for a day and just like get recording done, and just treat it as an Austin outing where I also get work done. That's not gonna happen though. Yeah, me too. My plan is just to build up a portfolio of sorts for video work, video essays, etc. Solid. Yeah, that's kind of my plan, just without the whole like there's no official aspect to it. Like, I'm not trying to build up a backlog toward any particular goal. I just want to have stuff that I've made. I'm just running around. If you can't, you can tell that I don't have much of a goal in mind right now. Yeah, my next video is going to be about a video game. I've mentioned the game a couple times. I think I'm not going to now just in case it doesn't come to fruition. I want to. I've just so far allotted this time on camera streams to play Animal Crossing, and when I'm not doing this, I'm reading or watching a movie, just trying to squeeze in more time for your stream and other things without staying up until 2 a.m. every night, lol. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I haven't been able to make it to Donnie's streams lately. Donnie streams right before I do, and the ideal is that I, like, watch his stream as I get set up for this, and then he like raids me and we just transition. Like he said he's my opening act. But I just, school stuff has like extended, or other things have just like extended into that time to the point where it's like, okay, at 6:30 I start setting up, and I'm busy all the way up until that point. About to say, when it's summer, I'll have more time, but then I remembered, oh wait, I'm not at school, I'm working, and work doesn't end with summer starting. That's fair. What do you do that you're still able to work at home? Me neither. Cam 5 is just early for me. I'm still working by that time. Yeah, that'll change by the time of the summer, I'm sure, but... at least for me. But, yeah, I also want to just have stuff that I've made, but I gotta build up some stuff for future clients, starting with Firewatch. Oh boy, I still gotta do that. Yeah, that's fair. Like, you have a specific career, like, goal there in mind. Whereas the closest I have is, well, maybe one day I'll have a video boom, and then I'll be able to not work. And that'll be my job. Like, the true 100% ideal is I do YouTube. I don't really have sights set higher than that. But right now it's, well, get a history degree. You can apply that to a couple things. End up going into academia, because that's basically what you're doing on YouTube anyway. $7.31 in donations and ad revenue. Yeah, I can quit! Technically, okay, my revenue on Twitch, which is completely different. I was referring to YouTube. I don't know what I've made on YouTube. It's nothing. My revenue on Twitch is actually like $40. Over the course of like 2 years, but that's still way more than I thought. It's like $40, but they don't release the funds until you've reached 100. So one day I'll just like, hey, cool, I got $100 just suddenly. But give it another 2 years and I'll make $100 more. Thank God once I start school, I'll be going to part-time. Like, I love how much money I'm making, but I'm ready to have, like, Thanksgiving break and Christmas break and summer again when I eventually become a full-time student again. That's fair. That's fair. I'm really glad that... I wasn't expecting to still be making money during the summer. But because I'm in work study counts as financial aid, so... to not get paid during this time would technically be cutting off financial aid for a lot of people. But they just give it to you in checks. The only, like, material difference is that, like, under work study, the federal government is subsidizing your paycheck rather than the university paying all of it. But suspending work study pay would technically be suspending financial aid for a bunch of people, and that's a big no-no. So even though I'm not working and I don't have a job that I can do from home, I'm still getting paid just as much as I was, just because it counted as my financial aid. Do I use it as financial aid? No, because it's just $300 a month, where, like, that's just extra, like, that's just extra spending cash. Otherwise, I would not have spending cash. Look, I really gotta go record my script. Motivate me, I'm currently laying on the couch. Quick, Cam, think of a pep talk. Do it. Yeah, I definitely have to be like in a certain zone to like record anything. That's just extra spending cash. Would be 1/3 my rent. Thanks, Cam. I'm more so thinking along that was in reference to like during the semester where I was able to spend it on food and things while also being spending cash while not having to worry about living expenses. Right now it's way more than that. See, I just can't say anything without it coming across as, oh, you have to deal with this? I don't. Not without it coming across as that, without me feeling that. But also, would be 1/3 your rent. That's all I'm making. It's not as if I'm, like, it would help, but I wouldn't be living off this by any means. Oh, I was gonna expand on something. It's gone now. Did not mean it like that, whoops. Okay, got a blast, thanks for the stream. I'm gonna go record video. If you're up late enough, I may send you a rough draft. Okay, good luck. Have a time. Oh, what I was saying is I have to be like in a specific like mindset to record my things. Whereas like, if I start a recording session and I'm just not feeling it, I just don't record it because that, to me, that's, if I went ahead with that recording session and then it wasn't up to snuff and I used it, that would be like depriving people of a better performance. I found I only was able to use the recording studio at the on UT campus once. That's what I used for the. For those who don't know, the Sanders and Warren video essay I made a couple months ago, I used a recording studio on the UT campus to do that instead of just using this like I usually do. So what actually helped a surprising bit was that like I had, because I was using a campus recording studio, I had to make an appointment in advance. So like I had a date to look forward to that was like, okay, this will be my recording date. So like invariably I was in the mood to record by that time because like it was a scheduled thing. Schedules just help me a lot, like no matter what the task is. Like if I specifically have set time, like a specific block of time to work on the thing, then I'm just inevitably way more productive and feel a lot better about it than if I just tell myself, okay, I'm gonna work. Like if I just decided after the stream, oh wait, I forgot a homework thing, I gotta work on that, I would not be near as productive as if I said, tomorrow at 10, I will work on this until 11. Like I would probably get way more done in that 1 hour than I would in the entire rest of the evening after the stream. I feel like I'm running out of things to talk about, which means we're running out of content because I'm just running around with no plan. I even already like watered all my flowers today, so it's not like there's any mindless things I can do right now. All the mindless things I already did before the stream. I just noticed it wasn't recording the VOD. Which is fine, I can just download the copy off Twitch, but there's no local recording happening right now. Which is annoying. So the crash, like, I think reset a couple settings. Okay. I don't know why I went to my wardrobe. Stop. We're at the moment where I need to sign off. Like my brain is screaming at me, sign off, and I'm just not. This anatomical model. I saw what that was. You know, it'd be really cursed if I put that out by Red's ship. I'm not going to. I might after the stream. Not going to now. Anyway, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and stop. Just because, like, this is actually way shorter than my usual streams. 30 minutes plus 48 minutes. That's like an hour 15. That's shorter than usual. Hey, Cameron, check your mailbox. Oh, boy. In like 2 minutes. Let me check it now. Okay, I will run around mindlessly until I see that. I have an end of stream gift. Aww. Cannot fathom what it could possibly be. Were you here when, no you weren't. Biscuit earlier gave me another outfit thing. He saw me wearing this mage's robe, and he said, you know what would go great with that? A football helmet. And he gave me a football helmet, and expected me to wear it with this. The same boy who was like, oh, you're wearing a comedian suit. You know what? These comedian's pants would go great with that. Like the actual perfect gift. He's like, oh yeah, football helmet, that is perfect with your mage's robes. Which, he's never done anything like that before, but in hindsight, that's like the quintessential Biscuit move. Like, he's chaotic enough that, like, yeah, that tracks. He would do that. Hold on, it's taking me a minute. Almost ready. You're hyping this up. I'm excited now. It's another dace. That's a lot of daces. Let's go check in on Molly. Again, just mindless things to fill the time until stream end. I like baking orange cake. It's great with milk tea, but I always eat too much of it, Quackity. Since I'm the one baking the cakes, I can't resist. It's kind of a problem. I would say I feel, but I can't cook or bake. It has sent. You're welcome. Oh boy. This, I like the spread out feel of this. I think I made the right decision, like, for me, in not shoving all my residents in the same area. But it sure takes a long time to get back to my house from visiting basically anyone that isn't Flip or Biscuit or Mira. Everyone is far away. I went in the house instead of checking the mailbox. I'm tired, and I have a paper thing to write after this. You know how earlier I was talking about, oh, if I schedule a work block, then I'm way more productive. Guess what I didn't do for this? Check the mailbox. Okay. Rachel from Rivia. A gift. Thank you! God, I wish anyone else was here to see that. Oh, I gotta theorize something somehow even more mundane for you at some point. My God, how can I top that? There's nothing. There's nothing. Like, you did specifically go for the most mundane possible thing. Like, I could give you 100 bells. That's about it. I was thinking I'd give her 1 bell. That would be hilarious, but you can't go that low in increments. I wanted to send a weed, but it wouldn't let me. Yeah, it's kind of weird about, like, plucked things. I don't know why. Send you a stone? I will send you Flip. Damn, my mind's gonna be thinking about that for a bit now. Eric is online. Well, on that note, thank you. Next Animal Crossing stream. I gotta figure that out. I'm not actually sure. I think it's the 7th. That's the end of May Day, right? Nope, I cut that. I did cut that. So no more Animal Crossing streams for the rest of the week. Probably, in retrospect, should have cut this one just because, like, Nature Day doesn't have anything at the end of it. There was nothing. In retrospect, kind of a pointless stream. Could have made progress in Knights of the Old Republic, but, like, whatever. So next Animal Crossing stream will be on the 10th of May. That is Mother's Day. If it's anything like earlier Animal Crossings, nothing will actually happen. It'll just be that we will get a letter from mom. That will be what that is. And that'll be probably the only acknowledgement of it, but still go ahead and use it as the stream. And then, oh, there's a thing. Think of it this way: if you hadn't streamed, you wouldn't have gotten that amazing tree branch. That's true. That's true. We wouldn't have had that. Really? You're gonna break then and there? Really? So next Animal Crossing stream will be on the 10th, and then after that, we actually have two in pretty close proximity. The 10th is Mother's Day, and the 13th is Biscuit's birthday. So that'll happen. Pleather flare skirt. It's kind of cute. Doesn't hold a candle to the tree branch though. Biscuit! Of course he's the first birthday we got. Of course. Sky's birthday is on Founder's Day, which is interesting. So if Sky was one of my starting villagers, her birthday would have been the day that, like, the day the town was started. I wonder how the game would have handled that. Like, would it have acknowledged the birthday, or would there be too much going on for it to? Anyway, so next Animal Crossing stream, next Sunday, May 10th, Mother's Day. Next stream, tomorrow, at 7. More Knights of the Old Republic. And then we'll do that daily, except for Wednesday, as usual. So Knights of the Old Republic from here until the 10th, which will probably be a midday stream, where it'll be Mother's Day. Anyway, I said next Sunday like 50 times within all that, so I think that's the sign that we gotta stop. That times are a-changin', and by that I mean times are a-changin' to the end stream button. God, this is just phenomenal. I'm great at speaking. Bye. Love you all. Have a day. Have a night. Good night, everyone.